and good evening.
Good evening and Happy New Year to you.
A prosperous and fulfilling one to Umaru.
And to you too.
I believe you enjoyed yourself.
Not really, I didn't.
Sorry about that.
Did you enjoy yourself?
I tried.
It's good, it's good. Can you share with us the facts surrounding the arrest of your client by...
I'll give you a Christmas thing. Thank you, sir. Come again, sir.
You were gifting Christmas gift. You didn't give me some, but it's okay. I was asking if you could share with us the facts surrounding the detention of your client in the U.S., please.
Good evening once again to your cherished listeners and esteemed viewers. Well, the little I know from our counterpart lawyers in the U.S., limited as it is, that he has put in a petition for an extension of his immigration status in the States. And contingent upon that, preparatory to the determination of the petition, the ICE, for whatever reason, picked them up on the 5th of January, which was yesterday, and he's at the Caroline detention facility.
So is it
the obvious reasons being that his duration of his stay is about to lapse. And in those circumstances, if we are all conversant with the immigration laws pertaining everywhere in the developed world, you will have to apply for an extension of your visa period or stay, your continuous stay in the jurisdiction of the country in which you are. And that is exactly what has been triggered. Yeah.
But I do not think that when you go to apply for an extension, you should be detained. You would either be granted an extension or denied. Why did he have to then be detained for simply going to apply for an extension, if that's what happened?
Honestly, I can't answer that question. That decision or determination has been made by the Immigration and Customs Enforcement in the United States. I cannot fathom the reason for that. That is the more reason why our counterpart lawyers are dealing with the matter rigorously and expeditiously to have it resolved. I cannot explain why they have decided to pick him up and detain him. That is what it is, and that is the situation we are confronted with.
The suspicion is that he overstayed his visa. That is why he was detained, instead of just being told we would grant you extension or not. What can you say about that? Can you confirm or deny?
Mara, I'm happy you chose your words carefully and wisely. It still remains a suspicion. That is unknown to me as to him having overstayed his period. I know for a fact that Ken Ofori Atta's visa will lapse next month. So it still remains a suspicion, and I can't speak on matters I have limited knowledge of, and I don't speculate as a lawyer. I just speak to the facts and remain with them as I know. So far as I am concerned, it will remain the suspicion that you alluded to. Those who have superior knowledge and facts to substantiate what you're saying, can put it in the public domain. But all I know is that he has been picked up at the discretion and decision of the ICE.
Some have said that those who have knowledge, they say you have a U.S. visa, even though you were given, for instance, say 5 years or 1 year, you are obligated to return your home country and then return to their country. And if he failed to do that, that could be the reason he was arrested. Any comment on that as well?
These are matters which are embodied and comprised in the petition. The lawyers in America, our Attorney General and leader of the bar, has classified as highly experienced and a crack team of lawyers.
Very powerful. Very powerful.
Yes, they are dealing with the matter. And I think it will be worth a while to leave it with them and not try to phantom or suggest whatever they are doing. But they are working around the clock to have this matter determined expeditiously. So, in the fullness of time, maybe in the next day or two, we'll all get to know what decision has been made or taken.
Okay. What is the level of collaboration and relationship between the lawyers here, led by your good self, and the lawyers over there?
We have a very solid relationship. We are collaborating well, and that is why we put the notice out by ourselves. You will agree with me that in all candor and sincerity, the notice as to him being in detention was put out by the lawyers. It was not one of social media instigation or bloggers. We put it out there in all sincerity and conduct because we know what the American lawyers have been doing. So, to the extent of our collaboration, we put out the public notice so the Ghanaians will be aware of what is going on.
Since his detention, many have been calling for him to be brought home to face justice because he's already been wanted here by the state prosecutors. Would his detention there make it easier for the Ghana government to do this extradition? Or what I mean is that is your client more exposed now to the possibility of being brought back to Ghana, or you do not think that the two can be connected?
Let me be categorical and reiterate that those who have no knowledge and are ignorant of what is going on should just not be polluting the public space with their ignorance. The extradition proceedings have nothing, absolutely nothing, to do with this matter, which is a purely and solely administrative matter relating to immigration processes and matters. The extradition proceedings stand separate and distinct. An extension or an evaluation of your immigration status cannot by any stretch of the imagination be equated to that of an extradition proceeding. If it was that easy, the Ghana government, through the Attorney General, would not have opted for the extradition proceedings. So if people don't understand what is going on, they should keep their ignorance to themselves and stop making these kinds of statements, which are a bit alarming and disturbing. They are troubling and worrying, and I get very upset. It is a purely immigration matter. So they will deal with the merits of that application. And when they make a determination and they think that it is worth their while to repatriate or deport Ken Ofori Atta to this country, it lies in their discretion. But I'm saying let us all await the outcome and stop this jumping around, people saying all kinds of things when they have no knowledge at all of what is going on. Extradition proceedings and matters of immigration status are distinct and different, essentially. So I can't get the confusion.
But you would agree that
we are focused. Yeah.
You would agree that on the state-to-state level, if the state of Ghana told the state of the U.S. that the gentleman you have in your detention center is actually someone we've been looking for, so based on that, can you just send him home already? It may be easier than if we were to go through the whole extradition process.
So you think if it was easier, the OSP would not have succeeded? Why? You are not in this country when the OSP put him on Interpol Red Notice Alert. Why you are not there, Umaru? Why the OSP?
I was here when he removed it.
Yeah, the OSP is not a functional organ of government. So if it was that easy, the OSP went about town saying all kinds of things. I'll force your entry into this country. So let us all not jump the gun. Let us remain and focus on what is going on. It is not that easy. It is not that easy because at the end of the day, my dear Umar, at the end of the day, Ken Ofori Atta, whether he is a suspect, a person of interest, an accused person, has fundamental liberties and rights which accrue to him as an individual. Those rights can never under any circumstance be taken away from him. It cannot be withheld. So if he has legal remedies, he will exploit them to the fullest. And that's essentially what he's doing.
Mr. Davies, this is a question I would ask you as a friend of Ken Ofori Atta. There are many people who keep sending messages and saying, can he not come home already and face justice, and that his reputation is being damaged further by this earlier tag that was put on him, and now he being detained because he didn't return to Ghana when he had to return to Ghana, and all of these things. As a friend of his and not a lawyer, would you have advised him to return home if he got to it?
I am not talking to you as his friend, Umaru.
That's why I changed. That's why I changed the premise.
I will not answer questions on friendship. I am on this chat with you solely because I'm lawyer for Ken Ofori Atta. Matters as to personal friendship has nothing to do with legal relations. So let us stick to our script.
That's fair enough. Is it due in court, though, in the U.S. anytime soon?
Umaru Sanda.
Yes, sir.
The lawyers, our counterpart lawyers in America, are scrutinizing and dealing with the matter.
I thought they shared their notes with you, so at least if there's going to be court tomorrow or the day after, you would know and share with
Umaru,
Yes,
immediately they tell me that Ken will be going to court. I'll call you.
Mr. Davies, you don't have my number. You don't have my number.
I will not wait for you to interview me. I'll call you. Umaru.
You don't have my call.
I don't have your number. When you came to my office,
it's okay.
So many years ago.
It's okay.
So many years ago to interview me. Oh, it's okay now.
Let's leave it. Okay. Let's leave it here. Thank you so much. Wish you all the best. Thank you for speaking to us.
My esteemed pleasure, my friend.
Okay, that's Frank Davies, is lawyer for former Minister of Finance Ken Ofori Atta. This is Eyewitness News on 97.3 CTFM. Maybe what else do you have for us?
Well, President John Dramani Mahama says officers of the Ghana National Fire Service involved in the assault of a Class FM reporter have been